Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of the Max AC channel. After once again enjoying all of those sweet delights from last month, I'm definitely feeling super satisfied. But I'm also feeling a few pounds heavier once more. So for this month, I thought we would balance out our indulgences by returning to a third round of videos for junk-free January. For this month of January, we will be making 4 more recipes that will hopefully help aid you in returning to a more balanced diet after all those sweet treats. For this week's episode, we will be making some Thai spicy dried squid. For this recipe, you will need some squid, about 300 grams or so, and some marinade, which we will be making with a quarter cup of soy sauce, half a tablespoon of sugar, half a tablespoon of fish sauce, half a teaspoon of white pepper, half a teaspoon of garlic powder, some optional Thai peppers for spice, and half a lemon's worth of juice. You will also need a wire rack or two to cook your dried squid on in the oven, and to make things easier, you will also need some skewers to help with flipping the squid while drying it. This will make about 2 to 4 servings, so adjust as needed. First, we'll prepare the ingredients. So for your squid, cut this up into 1/4 inch thick rings or small pieces as desired, and mince up your Thai peppers as well if using. Then when you're ready, in a plastic bag or bowl, add in your squid, soy sauce, sugar, fish sauce, white pepper, garlic powder, Thai peppers, and lemon juice, and give this a mix. Then let this marinate in the fridge for at least 3 to 4 hours or overnight. If needed during this time, make sure to toss the squid or flip the bag once or twice so that all of it gets marinated evenly. Then after your squid is done marinating, drain out the squid from the marinade and then pat the squid pieces dry. Preheat the oven to 175 degrees Fahrenheit, and while we wait, we'll prepare the squid skewers by first lining a baking sheet or two with some aluminum foil, and then place a wire rack on top of each one. Then grab your pat-dried squid pieces and carefully push the stick into the squid, and then spread them out, leaving space in between. Then place your completed squid sticks on top of the wire racks in a single layer, leaving room between each one. Your oven should be preheated by now, so place your pans into the oven and bake these for 3 to 4 hours. Make sure to rotate your squid sticks by flipping them about halfway through to make sure all of your squid pieces evenly cook and dry out. Then once you're done waiting, to check if your squid has fully dried out, remove a piece from a skewer and let it cool to room temperature. It should be dry to the touch with a leather-like appearance. But if it's still a little wet, put it back in the oven for another 30 minutes or so and check again until it's ready. But once all of your squid is fully dried, remove them from the oven and let them cool to room temperature before storing them into an airtight plastic container, resealable bag, or resealable glass jar. You can eat these as is since they're fully cooked, but if you wish to add some smoky flavor and make it crispier, you can grill or broil the dried squid on high heat for around 3 minutes or until the squid develops a nice char to it. And with that, your spicy Thai dried squid is ready to eat. After making our jerky recipe last September, I've been wanting to make another dried meat recipe, and with these being a great way to get some protein in between meals, I thought that this would be the perfect time to do so. And with us using squid this time, I thought it warranted another recipe to showcase this more uncommon meat. As mentioned, squid has a ton of protein in it, and like most seafood, it's pretty low in calories in comparison to round roast or other land meats. So it's great to eat as a snack or in a meal. The marinade does add a little bit of calories and some salt, but I think it's worth it for the flavor. Though you are of course welcome to adjust the marinade to your liking, or you can even use just salt and pepper if you want to make it super simple, as long as you fully cook your meat. Then, to keep your dried squid from spoiling, store it in an airtight container and it will keep at room temperature for about a week, or in refrigeration for about a month. And if you want to test your marinade's flavor, you can fry up a small piece of your squid to cook it and test it if needed. Speaking of which, the marinade I included in this recipe pairs really well with the squid, which is chewy or crispy depending on how you made it, and salty in flavor with a little bit of spice from the pepper. But you could also use this marinade with other meats as well to make a spicy Thai meat jerky, if you prefer. I forgot to mention this in the last video, but if you live in a hot, low humidity climate, you can take it old school and try to dry out your squid or other meat outside. But the weather I'm in isn't very conducive to that, so I just use the same drying method from before. So if you live in a colder climate like me, or if you're weary of the unpredictability of bacteria growth when leaving food outside, the oven method is just as good. But regardless of what method you use, this high protein snack will keep you from grabbing other less healthy options and will be a healthy and satisfying way of keeping you fed until your next nutritious meal. Anyway, hope you all enjoyed the video. In the comments below, let me know how it went, if you decided to make it, and let me know if you have any questions or if there's anything you want me to make next. Like the video, share with your friends and family, and subscribe to this channel for more episodes of the Max AC channel. And remember, if you want to stay cool in the kitchen, turn your AC to the max and watch the Max AC channel. Then grab your pat dried squid pieces and carefully push the stick into the
Ow.
squid